Hello, this is Steve Sanangelo from the SRS Rock Report, and I'm here to do a new public YouTube video. It's been a while, it's the new year, but I wanted to come out on the tiny $40 billion silver coin market is going to be the hard asset of the future. And I'm not exaggerating. I truly believe the official coins, because they're very well recognized, and I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to do an update on the top 6 official coins. And I believe they're going to be the top quality hard asset because the world's going to understand them. And because silver is so much cheaper than gold, less expensive, there's going to be a much greater market for the public. Now, before I get going, I apologize. I still have a bit of a cold from traveling during the holidays, but many of you heard that Silver Doctors is the website is now gone. And unfortunately, since 2011, it had a very large following, and due to several reasons, Tyler Wall, which is the CEO of Silver Doctors and SD Bullion, decided to shut down the website. It basically, unfortunately, the traffic declined to such a level, it really wasn't paying for itself. And you see, this is an important problem to understand if you're doing analysis for the market, the silver market. So if you go to the Silver Doctors and you click on it, you're going to go to SD Bullion YouTube channel because the Silver Doctors website is gone. And Craig at TFMR, which is Turd at TFMR, did a interview with Tyler Wall, and you can listen to it. Go to TFMR, and you can listen to the interview of why he shut down the website. But again, traffic had fallen considerably. It didn't pay for itself, and that's the exact reason why I decided to go to a subscription service back in 2019, because I wanted to continue to put out the analysis, and I've got a good group, nice group of subscribers that help support me to spend a full time putting out the information. So if you haven't yet subscribed to the SRS Rock Report, I would consider you doing so, because look what happened with Silver Doctors. And it's just hard to run a public website. It's very hard to do that. So please consider subscribing. And also, I just wanted to let you know that we sponsor Cloud Hard Assets. And Tom, Cloud, Dan, they put out some of the lowest premiums. And you can check 2023 Silver Krugerrands. You can go to the top online dealers. You know who they are. I took out, you can't see their names, but this is exactly where their prices came from. And Cloud Hard Assets has some of the lowest prices. So it's important to shop around when you buy your bullion. Now, let's get into what's happening. This information comes from the Silver Institute, the World Silver Surveys. This is global official silver coin versus bar and round. Investment 2007 to 2021. The silver part on the bottom is the official silver coins, and the blue area is bars and rounds. And unfortunately, they don't separate. So there's probably a good bunch. I don't know how many million ounces of the silver rounds, the buffaloes, the private mints. These are the rounds. Now, the official coins, that's the official coins from all the different major mints. And the US Silver Eagle used to be the top, and now it's the Canadian Maple is actually producing more silver coins per year than the US Mint. That may change this year. We're going to have to wait and see. So what we see is over this period, there was 1,566,000,000 ounces of official coins and 1,481,000,000 of bars and rounds. So there's actually more official coins out in the market held by investors. Now, the two leading, this is the Silver Eagles versus Silver Maples, same period, 2007 to 2021. You're more than welcome to look at this. The problem is, after 2014, the Royal Canadian Mint stopped providing information on how many silver maples. It gives how much silver investment. So I had to do an estimation based upon prior, because the US, the World Silver Survey puts out a total for each government mint, but that includes proofs, that includes other coins. Sometimes there's the larger coins that are sold 2 ounce, there's the kilogram coins. And so I had to kind of do an estimate. Now, the Silver Eagles are correct, but the Silver Maples, I had to do an estimate. And what we could see is that they hit a high in 2015. Look at the Silver Eagles, 447 million and 33.6 million for the Silver Maples. Then it declined. We had a big drop off in demand. And we could see that in the other coins I'll show you. And then it's picked up considerably in 2021. We won't have the 2022 data for all the coins until about May, but I do have an estimate for 2022. We do know and this is the 1 ounce uncirculated Silver Eagles and the 1 ounce uncirculated Maple Leafs, not the proofs, not the other, the collectors. It was about 15.9, almost 16 million ounces of Silver Eagles, a big drop from 2021. And there's been a lot of speculation why. I think the high premiums, and there's been so much demand for official silver coins, it's just spread throughout the world. I'm going to show you. So my estimation based on the Q3 silver maple report, it's going to be about 49, maybe 50 million ounces from these two top official coin sales. Now, again, the reason the U.S. Mint put out so many Silver Eagles because they were, you'll see, they were the top three were the U.S. Silver Eagles, the Canadian Maples, and the Philharmonics. Those were the real big players back in 2015. And we could see the premiums were very low, even though they spiked up a little bit in 2015. The average was between $3 and $3.50. And the price of silver back then was about $15, $16. But in 2022, we can see a huge spike in the premium. And so premiums were between 12 and 15 plus, sometimes a little bit less, but that's what it was. It's 4 or 5 times the premiums than it was in 2015. This had an impact, I believe, on silver, the U.S. Silver Eagle production and demand. Now, what I've done here is I've taken the top 6 official silver coin sales and estimated production figures. Some are sales, like the U.S. Mint Silver Eagles and the Maples are sales. A lot of these are also their mintage and estimated mintages production, but I think they're all going to be sales. Usually they don't sell them in 2022. They'll sell the rest of them in the beginning of 2023, and these will all be sold usually by the end of the year. So all the mintages will be sold in time. But what we could see going back to 2015, there was the U.S. Mint, Silver Eagles, the Canadian Maples, and the Philharmonics. See, the Philharmonics have been around since 2007. And then the Britannias really started to come in 2015. And then we had the Kangaroos in 2016. And then we had the Krugerrands. So we had the Britannia, the Kangaroos, and the Krugerrands, which were added to the Philharmonics, the Canadian Maples, and the Silver Eagles. And these are the top. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this, but I just want to quickly show you. This is the Silver Philharmonic, and this is the actual mint figures that came from the Austrian Mint. These are the real figures, so these aren't estimated. We could see only about 500,000 in 2007, but they really shot up. And in 2011, they produced 17.9 million. And then that fell. And see the low here? People saying, well, there was manipulation and JP Morgan was buying the Silver Eagles. They're not buying Silver Eagles. JP Morgan is not buying. And I've talked to people in the industry. If JP Morgan was buying Silver Eagles and Canadian Maples, the authorized dealers would know, and they're not. So demand just fell. It fell everywhere. So Philharmonics fell, and then look at they've shot back up. And in 2021, they were 12.3 million. And then the silver Kangaroo. Now there are a lot of other Australian Perth Mint silver coins. There's a Kookaburra, there's the Koala. So they produced almost 20 million in 2021 of the Perth Mint produced 20 million of silver official coins. But I am going by the top coins here. And the 6 top coins, it's the Kangaroo. when you go online, these are the top 6 coins you're going to find. And we could see in 2016 it was 11.2. It dropped like everything else did in 17, 18, and it's picked up in 20 and then 21. So these are pretty high. And then the Britannia. Now, I found on the UK Royal Mint that they did just about 2.8 million. That was the real mintage. But the US, the World Silver Survey showed a total of 3.5 million ounces of all official silver coins sold by the UK Royal Mint. So I went by the data that the World Silver Survey puts out, and I took an estimate of what the 1 ounce uncirculated Britannia coins would be. And this is my estimate. Now, I could be a little bit off, but this is my estimate. So we could see it fell. Well, they remained in this 2.5, 2.8 range. And then they also picked up due to the pandemic shutdown. A lot of people in England, in UK and Germany, and a lot of these went to the United States. Folks, the Americans are the biggest buyers of silver coins in the world. They're buying Britannias, they're buying Krugerrands, Philharmonics, Maples. They're buying most of the Maples. So Americans are buying most of the silver coins. And then we saw 14.1 million in 2021. And lastly, the Krugerrands, which came out in 2017 just as a special, an anniversary special. Because they were doing the Krugerrand, the gold Krugerrand has been a huge coin in the market. There's more gold Krugerrands than anything else. So they came out with the silver Krugerrand in 2017. It was successful. And then when they couldn't get coins, a lot of people moved to the Krugerrands in 2020 during the pandemic shutdown because the premiums were so low. And then this continued in 2021, 10.3 million silver Krugerrands. And this is an estimate too. So there's a lot of Krugerrands now. And I think this number is going to continue to go up. So if we go back, what we need to realize, yes, it is kind of worrying that we only saw 16 million silver eagles, but let's forget that. People can still get official coins, and they're going to the lower premium Krugerrands, Philharmonics, Britannias, Kangaroos, and Maples. Before the 2008-2009 financial crisis, 13.9 million of these 6 official coins. That's it. Look what it was in 2021. 111.5. Again, this is an estimation. I think it's pretty accurate, within a couple of million. Look at that. Look how much demand. These official coins are being held by the public. And when we get into trouble with energy, and that's what I really talk about, a lot of the asset values of stocks, bonds, and real estate are going to get into serious trouble in these official coins. Yes, silver bars and rounds are going to do okay, the private rounds, but the official coins, I believe, are going to be very well recognized. It's going to be one of the top quality hard assets that's going to be traded in the market when push comes to shove and currencies really start to decline. So it's going to be really interesting to see what 2022, when that data comes out. I will be doing an update, but this is a tremendous figure. I think, and it's going to get even stronger. So there you go. You can check these out. You can look at it. 13.9 million ounces of these 3 official coins in 2007, and then here is the number of all these 6 top official coins for 111.5 million ounces. Now, if we understand that some of this silver is probably lost, some of it's going to be held, like the proofs and these other coins, the Chinese pandas. People aren't going to sell those. The 2005 and 8s, they're not going to sell them. They're like more collector's items. So it's going to be the meat and potatoes is going to be the top 6 official coins. And I think these are going to continue. We may see some new ones, but these are going to continue to be stronger. So from 2007 to 2021, 996 million ounces of these coins. And we base it on 26. I know it's low, but if we base it on 26, if you sell it and the value from all this time, it's about 26 billion, right? Because almost a billion ounces times 26 is 26 billion. Now, if we look at the total coins, all official coins sold, all kinds, it's a 40 billion. That's where I got the tiny 40 billion coin market. And then if we look at the bars and rounds and give it a $24 price right now, 35 billion. So the total bar and coin market, 75 billion. It's peanuts. It really is peanuts. And so I really believe the official coins are going to be the Cadillac of the silver bullion market. It's going to be the more, and a lot of these are in, you can put them in a 401k. They are approved in a 401k. So I really do like all silver. I've got silver bars. I've got the old 100-ounce silver bars. I got smaller bars. I got some rounds. I've got a lot of official coins. But I do believe the official coins are going to be the most sought after in the future. And to understand why it's important to be in precious metals, I did an interview with Manico64. You could check him out. Maybe a lot of you know him. Maybe you've seen it. The energy cliff will drive investors into gold and especially silver. If you haven't checked out that interview, go to Manico64 and check it out. Well, I hope you enjoyed this update. If you have not yet subscribed to the SRS Rock Report YouTube channel or subscribe at the srsrockreport.com website, please consider doing so. And I hope you all have a good new year. Thank you.